Top of the hour, the Congress party is at it again because when it comes to India's successful mission to the moon, as far as the soft landing of Chandrayaan 3, you saw immediately it was the Prime Minister who was there present, virtually however, but to witness this historic moment. Now later, when he was in Johannesburg and in Athens, he flew straight down to Bengaluru to meet with the scientists there and congratulated personally. Now this is something that has apparently irked the Congress party because time and again they have been raising the question as far as the involvement of the Prime Minister is concerned, saying that he has been hogging all of the limelight and also now invoking the names of former Prime Ministers Jawaharlal Nehru and Indira Gandhi, saying that it was their contribution that has actually made India's successful mission so far and has now marred India's lunar glory. While as if we talk about the rover Pragyan that is carrying out groundbreaking research, the Prime Minister who has lauded the resilience and the ingenuity of the ISRO scientists, let the Congress party has turned to Parivar for inspiration. Let's take a look exactly when it comes to this tweet that has been posted by Congress's Jairam Ramesh, a picture back from 1983 when Indira Gandhi could be seen with N.T. Ramarao, saying that they were bitter rivals, but Indira Gandhi invited NTR for the launch of SLV-3D2. Well, straight away going across to Imran now because Imran, the politics over the credit war doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. As far as the invitation, what the Congress party claims was not extended to the state chief minister when the Prime Minister was visiting and also congratulating the ISRO scientists in Bengaluru.
Well, absolutely. Even though the Prime Minister had given a clarification over this and said that both the CM, Deputy CM and Governor was asked not to come because it's so early in the morning, he didn't want to disturb them. But the controversy doesn't seem to die down. In fact, Jairam Ramesh is the one who earlier tweeted that the protocols have not been followed, and now he has given out another tweet where he referred to the 1983 when Indira Gandhi had invited N.T. Ramarao, even though they were bitter rivals. And he goes on to say that they were bitter rivals, but Indira Gandhi invited N.T. Ramarao to be present at Sriharikota, and this refers from a book from the 2018 Ved Prakash Chandla's book, The Leapfroggers. And this is the Jairam Ramesh again hitting back at the Prime Minister for not inviting the Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister during when he came to meet the ISRO scientists last Saturday in Bengaluru, and he's now attacked again the BJP government over this issue for not following protocol and said that even though Indira Gandhi and N.T. Ramarao were rivals, she had invited him, showing probably that she was more graceful than the Prime Minister.
Right, but is this politics seems to be ending anytime soon or not? Because even when it comes to the virtual presence of Prime Minister, that had irked the Congress. Even when it comes to the point that was named by the Prime Minister as Shiv Shakti point, that had irked the opposition. And apparently with the Chief Minister and Deputy CM not being invited has also irked the Congress.
Well, absolutely. In fact, the controversy was D.K. Shikmar himself gave a clarification that the Prime Minister's office asked him not to come because it was so early in the morning and they didn't want to disturb the Chief Minister or Deputy Chief Minister over this issue. And D.K. Shikmar himself had reacted saying that they should not politicize the issue, let the issue die down from here. And it was Prime Minister's office contacted, and we have very clearly clarified that that they didn't want to be disturbed and the issue should not be politicized from here. But
Right.
Jairam Ramesh, who is a Rajya Sabha MP from Karnataka, doesn't seem to get a clue from the own Deputy Chief Minister. He has come back again with another tweet.
Well, what the BJP is also pointing out that even before the Prime Minister could personally meet and congratulate the scientists, the leaders from the Karnataka government had already went there and congratulated those scientists in person, as those pictures that have also been coming in with the top leadership already being present there with the ISRO director. Let's talk about what the BJP has to say now, lashing out at the Congress for injecting negativity and politics into a moment which actually should be celebrated, and it's a proud moment for the entire country.
Mr. Jairam Ramesh on a daily basis puts out a tweet. Some of those tweets are also distasteful. But the Congress's policy is now clear that they wish to divide because they find they have no narrative against the positive developmental work and narrative of Prime Minister Modi's government. Now he's come up with another tweet going back to Sriharikota. It's well known Prime Minister Modi, immediately from BRICS and Greece, went there first to celebrate, congratulate, appreciate the work done by our scientists. Didn't want to disturb the Honorable Governor or the Chief Minister to come early morning at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock to receive him at the airport. This is confirmed even by Congress leaders.
Well, whoever, mission and vision it was, Imran, that is something that needs to be celebrated. And this is the contribution of the entire group of scientists, because the Congress party seems to only be suggesting that why not name Nehru, because they claim that it was his vision, the vision of the first Prime Minister and the self-reliance behind Indian space exploration that actually led to today's success. Today, I mean with the recent success of Chandrayaan 3.
Well, absolutely, Amita. There's always been a Congress which says that the credit should be given first to the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, as his vision is the one which set up the ISRO facility, and his forward thinking led to the foundation of ISRO. But the BJP says that yes, it was foundation, but there are subsequent people, not just Nehru, who added to the vision, and in fact now the credit should duly go to the, as according to some of BJP members, for Prime Minister who has been spearheading and pushing the scientists to go for new frontiers. In fact, they say that the Prime Minister was constantly in touch with the scientists, and when he had come to meet the scientists as Prime Ministers to congratulate the heroes of India, why is it that the Congress is so upset about it? In fact, in a series of
stay on with us, as in possible we are trying to get as many reactions. Let me also introduce Mr. Tom Vadakan with us here on the broadcast. Sir, good morning to you. Here is the Congress party accusing the BJP and the Prime Minister of taking the credit which was actually, they believe, was Nehru's vision of self-reliance behind India's space exploration, sir.
Well, this is Jairam Ramesh's version, but the reality is Prime Minister didn't want to disturb Chief Minister and the Governor in the early hours. And it was out of humanitarian consideration that they said, he told them that not to worry about his arrival. So, I mean, this is all cherry picking that they do. What is the credit that he has taken? He has visited that place, congratulated the scientists, the engineers, and the women scientists who work there. What kind of credit has he taken? He's not named any spot called Jawar Point on the moon. He's not done that. He's just encouraged people. And he was the only Prime Minister that India has seen. When there was a failure, he stood up with them. He stood up in their grief when that mission failed. How many of the Congress Chief Ministers, or for that matter, Prime Ministers, have come into a situation? They come for photo opportunities, that's true. But when there's failure, he stood with them. That's the difference between Narendra Modi ji, the Prime Minister of India, and the others. So let Jairam Ramesh do some research on that and come out with something. But this cherry picking doesn't help. He's full time into these kind of, this kind of activity, creating a feeling that, they're taking credit. I mean, the reality is it was an early morning flight. Very early in the morning, the flight was there.
And if we talk about both of those leaders who had already met the ISRO scientists even before the Prime Minister who landed in Bengaluru. Mr. Tom Vadakan, sir, thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast. I'm told that Manasvi Thapar, who is the political analyst, is with us. Good afternoon, Manasvi. We are told that Mithun Vijay Kumar is also with us. Good afternoon to you as well, Mithun. Manasvi, what exactly is the issue here? Because isn't this a moment where the entire country unitedly should actually be celebrating? I mean, even when it comes to other countries who are strong competitors of India, now that India has managed to enter the elite group, why is the Congress party politicizing an issue like this, saying that the leaders from the Karnataka Sarkar were not invited when the Prime Minister came down to Bengaluru?
I don't think that is anywhere written by Jairam Ramesh, if we are talking about Jairam Ramesh, because he has simply said that though they were rivals, NTR and Indira Gandhi during that time, they were together in this particular launch. So what is there about politicizing it? It is only the BJP who thinks that it is something related to politics. On the contrary, it's a happy moment. It's about a great moment which India has created through ISRO, and we should all be proud of it. There is no political rivalry which should be presently shown by the BJP. It is a tweet of Jairam Ramesh telling that two opposition leaders were together on a wonderful day when that particular incident happened.
So
and
that
now
clearly indicates that why Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar were missing and they couldn't be be seen along with the Prime Minister. However, it came directly from their office that they were asked not to come because it was way too early in the morning and the Prime Minister did not want to, make them uncomfortable in such a position to wake up early that morning and to visit ISRO. Meanwhile, those leaders has already met them. Wasn't it, Mithun? Is this an issue out of a non-issue that is trying to be made out by certain tweets that have also been put up by the Congress?
Absolutely. See, this is a proud moment for the whole country, but somehow Congress is unable to digest the success of this mission. If you remember, when Chandrayaan 2 mission did not succeed, Congress was actually too quick to mock Narendra Modi government. Actually, the Chhattisgarh Minister Amarjit Bhagat, he said that the failure was, he was trying to attribute the failure because Narendra Modi went for the launch. So this is the kind of mindset that Congress has. So they will definitely try to politicize this issue. But unfortunately, Jairam Ramesh has pointed out the wrong person, because we should not forget how N.T. Ramarao was, posed out from the post by the same Indira Gandhi that he is, mentioning in his tweet, and with complete disregard to Indian Constitution and people's choice. And let's not forget how they treated P.V. Narasimha Rao. So we have a long history of, how Congress is treating their opposition, how Congress treats their own leaders. So let's not try to,
but Manasvi, is the Congress party stuck in the past? The BJP leaders have been saying that the Congress party would like to give the credit of Chandrayaan in 2023 to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was back in the 1960s, a party which seems to be only stuck in the past.
No, I don't think they are stuck in the past. Only thing is that whatever we are today is because of our forefathers who have done something for this country, be it ISRO scientists from Vikram Sarabhai to today. It's a collective efforts of everyone. We don't have to be stuck in the past. We have to appreciate the past. The problem with the BJP is, what we see is, they don't want to appreciate the hard work of our forefathers. They would just want to believe that India got independence after 2014, India got ISRO after 2014, India got everything after 2014, and they want to reject the fact that India was a glorious nation, not only after 1947, but we have a history of 10,000 plus years. So we should be proud of all the ancestors which we had in this country.
So,
and everyone
Mithun, why not give credit where it is due? If Jawaharlal Nehru, for the Congress party, has been stating that he should also be credited for his visionary move in establishing the SACE Research Center, why not give credit where it is due?
See, I don't think anyone has denied that Jawaharlal Nehru was a visionary, or the contributions that Jawaharlal Nehru or the previous governments have done for the country. But it is also important to remember that the space agency has made significant progress in the recent years under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And what is the problem with Congress to, acknowledge that? Congress is having a problem in acknowledging any good thing that this government is doing, but nowhere any BJP leader or anyone has said that, or anyone has not credited the previous governments for the things that they have done. But the problem is that Congress has an issue with anything that this particular government is doing. They are quick to take the success for Chandrayaan 3, but they should be reminded that this mission was made possible by the hard work and dedication of our scientists. They should at least, appreciate those scientists who have worked hard for this, instead of, politicizing the whole issue and diverting
So, Manasvi, do you believe what the, Congress and the TMC also in a way seems to be suggesting, that everything that has now been done by the government would be actually linked to the upcoming elections? I mean, TMC has also been stating, because they are your alliance partners, in a way stating that ISRO will now become a campaign tool for the BJP.
No, so BJP as a political party, we should understand they're very good at political oratory and political marketing. So they know how to utilize anything and everything for politics. So this is not something which we don't know about it. And if BJP can utilize it for ISRO, utilize ISRO for elections, I don't think if TMC or Congress would say that they can utilize it, they will utilize it. There is no two doubts about it. They know how to create a narrative out of it. They know how to create channelize communications out of it. They are very good at it, and it's all.
So how different it is when it comes to the Congress party and its leaders posting pictures that goes back to the 1980s and actually showcasing exactly when it comes to when their party was in power and what had actually been done. So isn't it also in a way trying to take credit? And now we are blaming the Prime Minister for the same. Let me also play out the reaction that is also coming in from Congress's Sandeep Dixit. As far as the Congress party politicizing the Prime Minister's meeting with the scientists, that however continues. Let's listen into this leader.
Those days, while there were differences, bitter political differences, people realized that those who are elected are people respected by people. They are their representatives. They are part of the constitutional arrangement of government. And they have to be, they deserve to be, and they need to be in all major important national events. Current Prime Minister sometimes, does not add with the kind of grace and dignity that a Prime Minister should. It is every Indian's event. Every Indian, every political party, every leadership has contributed to that, right? And obviously, if you think you're going to share your credit, if you are the Prime Minister, if you are leading the nation on a particular endeavor in which the nation feels proud, you will get your due credit. But that is for the people to give.
Well, those are the differences rather that are coming in the opinions both of the BJP and the Congress party, taking credit on something that has been India's united mission as far as Chandrayaan-3 and its success is concerned, putting India in the top elite group of nations. Thank you very much, Manasvi and Mithun, for joining us here on the broadcast.